For real?
This is...
Okay, welcome back to more of Persona 5 Royal. This should hopefully be the last time we spend in the vault, but there is indeed one more area to go through before we do that. So it's time for the Vault Phase 3. Or, you know, underground entrance 3rd floor.
Somewhere.
Okay, you are not a, I had a feeling that was going to be like a red shadow, but no, it's a yellow one, but there aren't any good hiding spots here. You're also walking all the way up to the edge. Come on, let me get you, please. There we go. I'm curious what you are, but you would still show up as yellow for me at this point. Oh, wow, a lot of Rakshasas. Okay, then.
That shadow was crazy!
Morgana's not in the party right now, which could be a slight issue. I was gonna attack, and then I was like, wait, what am I thinking? I have Yusuke, and I haven't shown off Rising Slash yet.
I lend it.
That did way less damage than I thought it would. But Rakshasa is resistant to physical.
Yeah! Victory!
Yeah, Strength Incense is for lockdown. Also, Makoto's a little over-leveled, but, yeah, I've mostly been using it. Actually, honestly, maybe she can kind of sit this one out temporarily while I let Morgana catch up a little bit more. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling it would be this section. So, yeah, these are an entire warehouse full of fat stacks of cash, security cameras everywhere.
Isn't that?
And isn't that one of those gold piggies we need? And it's surrounded by 2 layers of electrical barricades. So yeah, this dungeon is still gonna be fairly complicated, even though, oh yeah, this place doesn't have a whole lot of hiding spots from the shadows too, even though we're almost at the end. And they're going annoyingly close to the cameras, so I can't get the drop on them. Aha, there we go. Got a grapple going there. Okay, I can see one of the fuse boxes that actually, no, that's not a fuse box. That's a grate that we can crawl through. This right here, though, is a fuse box, so let's smash this. Apparently, Yusuke knows this is for the cameras, not the central thing. I'm not exactly sure how he knows that, but he does. Also, okay, this, I believe, is the last locked chest in this palace. Now, I'm way ahead on lockpicks. Let's go ahead and open this up. This should be a bead chain? Yep, it's a bead chain. Now, there is a possibility that I might end up losing this bead chain a little later well, by a little later, I mean in this dungeon's boss fight for reasons, but hopefully that doesn't end up happening. And yeah, if we hop across here, we can smash this electric box. I mean, the security here isn't that bad, considering that Kaneshiro probably didn't expect people to have a grappling hook when infiltrating this place. So, okay, we've done that, and now I suppose we can jump down here. I do have a feeling that there is at least one treasure chest down here that I've missed. Also, I'd like to get this dog out of the way.
Show me your true form. Okay. That's all.
Oh, hi there. You almost caught me by surprise right after that dog. Please, can I just... There we go, ambush.
Reveal your true form.
Bit too many things to lock onto there.
Now I'm even more charming.
Okay, I had a feeling you'd be getting something soon, but I thought it would actually be an upgrade on Garu, not an upgrade on Dia, but I suppose I can take that. Not really likely to need, because I mean, this one's kind of decent for just very, very cheap healing, but then again, this costs about as much as using Dia twice, and I think it heals more, so maybe I should just replace that. Garl is not until level 26. I feel like 25 is about right for the boss of this place. You don't need to be that high of a level for it, really. So, you know, I don't think I've actually said this. So, Flow in the Japanese version is actually called, whatever you named Joker, Zone. As in, the name of the skill actually changes based on the name you gave the protagonist. So, like, in this case, it would be Ren Zone, or Amamiya Zone. I don't know if it's first name or last name, but apparently that's how it works in the Japanese version. Like, it's actually named after whatever you name the protagonist, making it the only skill that technically has a customizable name in this game.
Victory!
Alright.
Just wanted to get rid of all the enemies here just so that I could just explore around and just make sure that I hadn't missed anything important, such as this. Oh, okay, right, we actually can get into this now. I kind of wish that, like, the sidebars detracted into the ground once you, had deactivated all of them, but oh well. Let's grab this then. Torn page 5. O plus H equals 10. Aha, Kaneshiro's finally getting wise and is adding math to his security. Very, very simple math. Now, first graders won't be able to get his stuff. Anything beyond a first grader, though, probably can break through, but let's not tell him that. Also, I love the way these gold vaults are all distorted like this. I do think, like, aesthetically, I kind of like this part of the palace. It's definitely more interesting than the other parts of the vault. Yeah, this is what I was going into earlier about why he could be gluttony. Yeah, he's just hoarding money for the sake of it. He doesn't really have any real end goal. He just wants a lot of it. And there's yet another one of those piggy banks.
Yes!
A clue, or a clue thing, as Anna's saying. I recognize the kanji for electricity there. No, don't worry, looking for a different path is kind of what we're experts at this point. And there's yet another one of these money doors that will let you skip ahead for 20,000 yen.
What do you want to do?
Well, I actually have 200,000.
Thanks.
Okay then, that's more than I expected. Maybe I didn't need to grind money all that much before.
I'll reveal your true form.
But, you know, it's always good to have extra. I think we're kind of approaching the point in the game where money is really not that much of an issue. Of course, if you were playing the original game, you could just confuse Memento's bosses, and it would be even less of an issue. I think even, like, the really early Memento's bosses have quite a lot of, money drop from confusion. The reason why Makoto wasn't doing so well money grinding off of the pixies is that her luck stat is kind of one of the lowest of the party, and I do think that, yeah, luck does affect the money that you get out of negotiation. Amethyst, okay then. Ah, right, that's one of those on and off security cameras. Almost ran right into that. Some of it's going to be fun to see how long you can keep the security level at 0%, even though there's not really that much of a benefit to doing so, apart from, you know, being able to ambush enemies very easily, which is already pretty easy. Oh wow, you picked the wrong time to show up, given that I swapped Arn back into the party.
Okay, guys, let's do it! The beautiful rose has thorns.
I do like the twirl that she does there.
Okay.
Worn stamp. Oh, that was a camera. I got lucky there and actually dodged past it. Now, there is an enemy over here, but first, let's smack this. Some people claim that Joker learned that move from Ganondorf in Smash. Although, you know, the Joker in Smash is canonically from a little later in the game, since most of the... Well, there are party members who accompany Joker in Smash who we haven't met yet, let's just say.
I'll reveal your true form.
I kind of wish that they had another type of dog shadow besides Orthrus, so that the later dog enemies in this palace weren't just the same thing over and over. I didn't get to say this last time, but I was kind of thinking it. One thing that I do often like in RPGs is when, like, there's an enemy that the first time they're encountered, they're really, really dangerous, but then, like after you level up a bit, you've grown so accustomed to them and they've become so much less of a threat that they're only a threat when they show up in groups. Some games even do that with mini-bosses to varying effects.
So easy, I'm yawning.
It always... Oh, whoops. Yep. It's always kind of, a bit of an insult to mini-bosses, though, when they get demoted, like, one fight after they're a mini-boss. Like how, for example, you know, you might see an enemy as a mini-boss, and then, like, immediately afterwards they show up as a regular enemy. I think Castlevania actually does that quite a lot, from what I remember.
Joker!
Okay, we get a chest here for using the grappling hook. Incense luck. Or luck incense. So hey, we can involve, is it Happini? I think it's Happini who requires the luck incense. Yes, the Pokemon incense items. Items that only exist just to explain why certain pre-evolutions weren't obtainable. And wow, the camera went weird there. Before... Whoa, I have never seen the camera do that before. They really don't like you ambushing enemies from that kind of cover. Didn't get the knockdown there. That's why I want to try and max out some Billies as soon as possible. Because I like having reliable knockdown from technical, otherwise things like that happen. Sooty Ogress's gear.
That was so easy, I'm yawning.
I guess there's a chance that I might yield something decent if I wash it. These are cameras that don't really do their job that well. Instead of covering an entire corridor, you can just kind of slip directly around them. Okay, there's an exclamation mark over here. Ah, there's another one of these pins. But before we do that, we can smash this one open. That just makes getting back through that corridor a little more convenient. We also have a crawl space here. I seem to remember there is actually a crawl space in this area that can be a little bit tricky to find. Oh, this part. Okay, yeah, okay. I do think I really like this. I really like this part. I'm very unsure of my own opinions. No, I do really like this part, honestly. It's just... I don't know what it is about just the way that those things come out of the walls, but I think this segment is actually new to Royal, or at least Royal heavily revamped this part of the vaults. Okay, first we can open this from the inside. The banknotes all have pictures of Kaneshiro's real-world face on them, which is interesting, not his shadow self. And here we can smash this open, which lets us get back in here a lot more easily. Oh, it also opens that up. I think I see where that money gate leads to. I'll be back for that. We get torn page 6. L equals U plus G. D equals G. Very, very, very simple algebra. Wow, Mona is actually insulting Panther. I don't think I'd ever see the day. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that just opened up. That's just for a chest. More snuff souls are always good to have, though. Okay, this gets me up here, and there we go. Now I can jump down here and open this from the other side. Not there's anything useful here, but at least this prevents anyone else who comes into this palace, though hopefully not many, since we'll be closing this place down for good soon, from... I'm not one to talk, but you can get pretty aggressive, Joker. Oh, that's nice. From needing to pay Kaneshiro to progress. That's good. And yeah, now we just have to go through that crawl space. And I'm hoping it leads to where I think it leads. Oh, also there's that thing there. I want to check this first, though. Is anyone going to interject here? Doesn't look like it. And yes, this did lead to where I thought it would lead. Up here, where now we can grab these two briefcases. I Still like the name Unopenable. It's not nearly as good as of a name as some of the Xenoblade Chronicles collectible names, which were like in-universe named by the party members, but still, it's still a pretty cool name. Okay, so this one right here, if we try and position the camera just right, gold. Okay, gold. So we need G, O, L, and D. So O plus H equals 10, L equals U plus G, D equals G. So now we need D. G equals P. P equals I equals 1. Okay, so we know that G is 1. O plus H equals 10. And H equals 2. So that must mean that O is 8. L equals U plus G. Now we know that G is 1. And U is A, and A is 3. So that would mean that L would be 4. And then D equals G, and G equals 1. Which would mean that D equals 1. So hopefully this is 1841.
Hey.
I hope I don't fail at maths. 1841. There we go, got it first try. I mean, I know it's fairly simple, but I didn't want to embarrass myself on camera by getting it wrong. Also, math it's called math in the US, and it's called maths where I live. This gold sheen. This is the fruit of all my hard labor.
What was that?
Well, I mean, technically we're already checking his brain. So, yeah, basically, he used to be weak, and now he just wants to lord it over everyone to make sure that he never feels powerless again. See, this is kind of the thing. Here,
You're right.
really, this guy, honestly, more than Kaneshiro or Madarame would have benefited from Will Seed flashbacks, I think.
What do you want to do?
I think we should go straight back there. Because we don't really get any kind of backstory on this guy apart from the vague implications that he used to feel weak and powerless and that he never wants to feel like that again. So, like, exactly why? Like, it's implied that he used to be poor. But yeah, so, like I said, really, he could have used Will Seed flashbacks more than anyone. It's kind of a shame they scrapped all of that. Some people think that, like, it might have made the palace rulers too sympathetic or something, and that's why they didn't do it. I don't really think that's entirely true, because if anything, the Madarame one kind of makes him less sympathetic. It shows the exact circumstances of how he let Yusuke's mother die. It would have been interesting, so it's kind of a shame that they scrapped that. Yes, cognition works for them as well as us.
No.
Although Yusuke is denying it. You may call me Marv. Really? No. That's just, I still love that. That's what happens if you just listen to the generic voice grunts for that scene in Awakening. Okay, so I want to head down the elevator here before I do anything else, because this is going to lead to the treasure, and that's going to lead to the cutscene that is going to say that we're ready to steal the treasure next time.
Found it. It's right here. I don't see anything.
Once we get this far, we need this calling card thing.
A calling card. I see. Making the target believe that the treasure is in danger will cause it to materialize. That's quite a bold trick.
Huh? She understood?
Why are you surprised by this point?
Joker, we'll defer to you regarding its timing.
Okay, guys. Let's get ready for the heist.
The next time we enter that treasure room will be after we send out the calling card.
The end. That Kaneshiro bastard only showed his stupid face once.
That doesn't matter. As long as we steal the treasure, we'll change his heart.
Then let's act as the Phantom Thieves should and send the calling card. It's on you, Joker.
If you wish to train or explore further before sending it, that decision is purely yours.
And, well, there is one little matter that I haven't quite attended to yet, the Willseed Guardian. I haven't forgotten about that. Because first, if you go back to the entrance of this place, after you have reached the treasure, in Royal specifically, something very, very important happens. Because so far, every palace has had something that's unlocked after we've reached the treasure, but this one is the biggest of all. And it's actually one of the most major Royal exclusive game mechanics.
You're right.
And though as for the timing of the calling card, this time, and much to my delight, we're going to be sending the calling card right after we leave. So we'll be doing the boss pretty much straight after this.
Let's go.
Well, first I just want to check in with everyone. Yeah, where is Kaneshiro right now? We've kind of scoured every inch of this place and we haven't seen anywhere he could possibly be hiding. Okay, now, the real main event. An uneasy feeling, huh? An uneasy feeling of the game crying out in terror before it was suddenly silenced.
Come inside. We've much to discuss.
In hindsight, I probably should have saved before doing this. Why is everything red?
What do you think, Inmate? Surprised? This is a failsafe to ensure you do not neglect your rehabilitation. It's intended to push you into performing executions.
In other words, while I've been a little bit haphazard about when I've gone into the Velvet Room to fuse things before, from now on, this is when I'll be spending most of my time in the Velvet Room. When this happens, it's kind of a designated, okay, you should be fusing now indicator.
We call it a fusion alarm.
It's a warning system that tells you when you've been slacking off on your duties.
It triggers randomly after battle. The more battles you get into, the more likely it is that you'll see one of these.
When you hear this sound, the first things on your mind should be this place and executions.
You must become stronger for the sake of your rehabilitation.
Executions will be much more severe when the alarm is sounding. The result of this is that any fused personas will be further strengthened.
However, the more executions that you perform during the alarm, the higher the chance of an accident occurring.
Which is actually beneficial, since one of the things I really like about the fusion alarm mechanic is it's a way to essentially force fusion accidents.
With that in mind, you must prepare more than usual while performing executions in the midst of an alarm.
The alarm will sound after you've endured numerous repeated battles.
I already told them that, Caroline.
Make certain you come here as soon as you hear it. Got that? Good. You'd better make excellent use of the alarm.
Okay, yeah, may occur after winning a battle. Execution results will differ. Personas will gain more stat values, different skills, and max skill inheritance slots. So regardless of how many skills the components have, you'll always have 8 inheritance slots for fusion with an alarm. Using guillotine, electric chair, or the same execution method multiple times in a row will cause an accident. So yeah, basically, the more you use something in a row, the higher the chance of an accident. I don't think it's 100% if you use it twice, but it is almost 100%. Like, it's practically guaranteed. An accident may occur if you use the persona that was made during the alarm as the material, but there is a chance that the stat values might increase even more. Okay, so this is a little confusing. I'll explain what this means in a moment. When an accident occurs, you'll be told to leave. Okay, so yes, any fusion accident will end the alarm, so be careful of that. Or, if you want to avoid the risk of accidents at all, you can speak to the wardens to manually stop the alarm. If you do that, though, you'll kind of be wasting it, so just bear that in mind.
Well then, continue to devote yourself to your rehabilitation.
Pursue rehabilitation with all your body and soul.
One other thing about the fusion alarm is when it's active, everybody's voice clips change.
Alarm time, inmate!
So, we currently have 3 different facilities that we can use that will benefit from the alarm.
Done already?
Caroline, this is your job.
Oh yeah, I haven't actually given the full rundown of Lockdown yet. I did mention earlier that it's basically the daycare of Persona. So here you can leave a Persona for a few days and it will gain stat increases. And as I said in Caroline's bio, it will eventually learn a skill to cover its weakness. Now, the Persona has to actually have a weakness in order to learn a weakness nulling skill. If it doesn't have any weaknesses, then what will happen is you'll just get a random, like, dodge or evade passive, so actually putting in personas with weaknesses is more effective than ones with no weaknesses. So yeah, grow stronger, learn new resistance. So if you leave a persona in here for too long, it will disappear, but thankfully Caroline and Justine will call you on your phone to remind you when you need to pick up the persona, and thankfully, plot-based days where you cannot access the Velvet Room don't count towards the lockdown timer. Also, you can burn incense and the persona will grow even more. That's what those things we've been finding are. They're like incense la, incense stra, those things. They raise stats during lockdown. So the reason why I wanted to cover lockdown is that its bonuses during alarm are the simplest of everything. It simply doubles the increases that incense give, and that's all. So during an alarm, incense, tomorrow at the earliest. If you do use item,
There's no one in there.
yeah, there's no one in there. Anyway, I'm not really going to use one of these yet, but basically, yes, incense effect doubled, it says down there in the bottom corner of the screen. That's all Fusion Alarm does. There's no such thing as a lockdown accident, thankfully, although that would be kind of funny if the
There
persona
is
just
an
randomly
alarm in
mutated
effect.
into a different one while in lockdown. So, I'll cover itemization next.
Always strive for more.
So in itemization, any persona that normally gives a skill card or an item will give a better version of that item. For example, Queen's Necklace turns into Queen's Necklace
This will
R,
become an
which
even
gives
more
all
powerful
stats plus
accessory.
2. I think the original, yeah, if you press triangle, normal version results. We get mana bonus, and here also mana bonus, but yeah, all stats plus 2 instead of all stats plus 1. So that gun from Makoto that I talked about that was all stats plus 10, it's all stats plus 11 in an alarm.
This will
So
become an
Jikokaten,
even
for
more
example, in an
powerful
alarm gives
accessory.
rush belts. Previously, it gave assault belt, so yeah, we get kill rush instead of assault dive. In general, for the accessories that give skills, you want to make them during an alarm, because the alarm versions are significantly better. This is also what I meant, like, I've been showing this in the DLC Persona bios as well. Also, skill cards, for example, Orthrus will
The
make
resulting card
Miragion.
may be different than usual.
Previously, it would give you Argilao. So yeah, it can be good or bad. Phoenix will give
Gotta
God
get a
Sent
top-tier
Dress.
protector.
Oh, by the way, this is one of my favorite lines in the game, just for how much, you'll see.
Gotta get a top-tier protector.
I feel like her voice actress must have struggled not tripping over her words when saying that. It sounds like a tongue twister. But yeah, previously this makes the Heaven Sent Dress, which gives magic plus 4 and slightly worse stats. So yeah, basically everything is better in itemization during alarm, which is pretty cool. Oh,
This will
Rising
become an
Slash
even more
Belts
powerful
is not
accessory.
bad. Like, I could give that to Ryuji and effectively mean that, I guess Yusuke would be slightly invalidated. He'd lose his niche. And honestly, I don't really need Flauros for anything right now. I was gonna give Ryuji the, Heatwave Belt, though. Then we've got Eiga, Mamudo. Anyway, so that's how itemization works in an alarm, but now, here is the main meat of fusion alarms, Persona Fusion.
One of my favorite duties.
Get ready for this. You okay with this?
So, any persona that you make during Alarm is going to have all of its inheritance slots open and also gain some increased stats from Fusion. So let's see if there's anything good I can make. Oh, I can make Suiki, Nue,
It is
Orthrus.
neither remarkable nor
Oh, Suiki's actually
unremarkable.
kind of a mixed attacker, which is nice, although Orthrus has a decent amount of agility. Huh. Yeah, Nue doesn't have great magic, actually. Or I could make it via... No, I want Len Unseed. I could also make Rakshasa, but I really want to keep
You
Jikokuten.
okay with this?
Because I need a Temperance persona anyway. Rakshasa's pretty strong, though. Also, Naga... Oh, I could even make me Kinky. Anzu. So, a persona that I actually would really like to make before the boss fight of this dungeon is Sandman. Because Sandman is actually excellent against the boss, but only in Royal. Nekomata Jikokuten, Flauros and Phoenix, Flauros and Nue.
That's a pretty strong one.
So yeah, Kinky's actually very, very strong for this point in the game. I do really like Jikokuten, however, honestly, Kinky's basically the same thing, but better. So it's either that or Suiki. Nue and Orthrus. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and make
Neither
Suiki
remarkable
instead.
nor unremarkable.
Yeah, so they no longer say not terrible, but not impressive.
Choose which skills to inherit.
So I think I'll keep Mighty Gaze.
Expect a modest gift of power. Now, let us begin.
I don't think the fusion animation is any different during an alarm, but afterwards, yeah, we got these gold paint splatters. Mi Suiki. Doesn't sound anywhere near as funny as your boss, but anyway. So, after an alarm, a few things will happen. Firstly, the persona will get increased stats. And some skills may change. Now, you may remember skill change if you played Persona 3 or 4, or also in other Shin Megami Tensei games. So yeah, it only happens during Alarm in P5 and only in Royal, but the skill can randomly mutate into other skills, so well, honestly, I'm okay losing my Bufu. Let's do it. Nope, I don't want that. I would actually rather have had my Bufu than that, because it benefits from Mighty Gaze, but that's just what you know, gamble with when you're doing, skill changes. You can get some potentially really good things out of changes, and you can also get potentially useless things. And now, leveling up. Oh, Null Ice is kind of cool, though you already drain Ice, so Null Ice is mostly for inheritance, and immediately getting rid of that. So yeah, Accident Prone. Your new persona is temporarily overflowing with power. You might get some unexpected results if you use this one in a ritual during the alarm. So, yeah, even though it's not the result you expect, something big will happen, yeah. So, Caroline is now saying that you might want to switch to a different piece of equipment now, because if you use the guillotine again, there's like a 90% chance it'll be an accident, so let's not do that. However, yeah, you might notice that Suiki is now highlighted in gold. Any persona that you make via an alarm is considered an unstable persona. Fusing this with anything else will always cause a fusion accident, but it will cause a very unique kind of accidents that I might actually want to try and show off later. Something also that's kind of interesting is that any treasure demons count as 5 levels higher than they normally are for the purposes of fusion, so you can make stronger things out of treasure demons. Treasure demons during an alarm also do other things that are kind of useful, but we haven't unlocked that facility yet. Now also,
We're gonna chop 'em up all at once.
A group will be
oh wait, no,
executed.
come on, Caroline, say it.
We're gonna chop 'em up all at once.
There we go, I love that. Also, alarms are the perfect time to do group fusion recipes like this, by the way. But we're a little too low for Tamlin right now. Okay, so, oh yeah, I wanted to itemize Floros because I wanted that Rising Slash belt, so let's
This
do
will
this.
become-
This
So,
will be its
there
new,
can
perhaps
be
this is a bit
itemization accidents,
excessive.
and if one of them does occur... Okay, good, it didn't occur. I'll have to give a seizure warning because the itemization accident animation is actually very seizure-inducing. Itemization accidents usually give incense, but very rarely they can give items that will give access to certain skills, such as Lucky Punch, Miracle Punch, Megadola, Megado, other things like that. Or, and here's the really, really interesting thing that I did not even know about until relatively recently. There are 2 skills in this game that are exclusive to alarm accidents. They are Taunting Aura and Conceal, I think. There might even be one more. I think there's actually a couple more, but those are the main ones. You can get an item that gives access to Taunting Aura via an itemization accident, or a skill change can randomly transform a skill into Taunting Aura. I really want to see if I can show this at some point, because I have never got any of these skills in a playthrough before.
You wish to register
Oh, I need
the
to...
compendium?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to register personas.
One of my favorite
And again,
duties.
it's got something to do with how the menus are structured in this game that makes me keep forgetting, but, okay, I can always make something like Kinky or Rakshasa, and, because I believe I actually do need Chariot, before... Yeah, I do need Chariot before the next, dungeon visit. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll have to buy it back, because I really do want to show off what the crazy accident thing can do here. So Skillful Technique plus Physical Attacks is kind of nice. Let's see. Yeah, Dormina, Skillful Technique, Physical Attacks. That's not bad. And how about Rakunda? And we're at rank 7 with Chariot. Okay, so this thing will automatically be registered because I just fused it. Also, the legendary line, "Me Kinky." And now he's no longer talking in third person. But he's about to be something else, because I'm going to use him as an experiment for, oh no, I don't want to get rid of Dormina. That was like the whole crux of this moveset. Sledgehammer, medium chance of Dizzy. That Dizzy is technical damage from physical. So, honestly, I don't really use single target defense buffs that much. Dodge Sigh. Bad beat. Low chance of Despair. Despair's a status we haven't seen yet. But okay then. Right. We've got Guillotine Strain though, so maybe we should actually try itemizing something else here.
This will become an even more powerful accessory.
You know what? I think I'm going to actually go ahead and do this and get a Queen's Necklace R.
You shall be reborn.
There we go, Queen's Necklace R. Well, I suppose this way I'll have to buy back Suiki if I still want it, but let's just do this. So, okay, the trait, I think the trait still matters, but all of the skills that I'm passing down here absolutely do not matter at all.
Expect a modest now. Let us begin.
Because as you can see, no skip. In fact, have we even seen the... I don't think we've seen the accident animation before. Because honestly, if we had seen the accident animation before, I'm sure I would have commented on it. Yep, if the guillotine fails, they use a chainsaw for the beheading. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you get DLC personas through accidents. I did promise that I wasn't going to be using DLC personas in this playthrough, but... So, if you came out of a gold accident... Yeah, this happens. So, any accident triggered as a result of an unstable persona will basically just skill change your entire moveset, and generally it will just turn into something that's good for fusion fodder for other personas, or it will give you a gimmicky moveset, like, for example, like all ice skills and freeze boost, and then some physical attacks for technical, or like psi attacks and wage war. There are a lot of kind of funny gimmicky movesets that fusion accidents in alarms can give you, but this one basically just gave me a fodder persona. But yeah, now everything's broken, so the alarm is off, and we have to wait for them to fix everything. Oh yeah, well, we were having a lot of fun in the Velvet Room. Not that that really matters much to you. So yeah, now you can go straight back in there.
Do you need something?
And the alarm should be gone by now. Yeah, there you go, it's all blue now. You also cannot advance the Strength Confidant during an alarm, by the way. Okay, back in here normally, I can get Sandman via Regent
terrible.
plus
If
Necromata.
not impressed, select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Actually, Foul Odor's not bad for what I want on this thing. Although Mighty Gaze plus multi-target attacks is also good.
It will receive some new. Then let us begin.
Okay, Good Dreams isn't so much what I'm concerned with. What I'm concerned with is whether you learn one of your skills. Secunda. Okay, you need one more level for Null Sleep. Null Sleep is what's mainly useful for the Kaneshiro boss fight in Royal. Now, before I leave the dungeon today, I need Faith, Temperance, Emperor, Chariot, and Priestess. I have Chariot, Faith, and Temperance. So, I just need Emperor and Priestess. I could actually try this out in the fight that's coming up. So for this, we need both of these going to the left. And this is weird because this is a Will Seed Guardian that I actually don't remember much about, apart from what it is, the fact that it's weak to ice, and yeah, that's it. I know it's probably really dangerous, but I never remember having a lot of trouble with it in most of my playthroughs. It'll be The Last of Us, huh? Well, thankfully, it won't be The Last of Us 2. Actually, you know, I haven't even played that game, I'd probably be interested in it, but I feel like the hate for that game's overblown, whatever it is, but yeah, we have Guard Dog of Hades, Cerberus, basically, showing up this early. And yeah, weak to ice, I believe it drains gun, which could be a problem. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So let's, is it going, okay, it's not going next. Let's, Rakunda. I suppose I can Taru under it as well. Oh, there's Vajra Blast. Wow, that did not do a lot at all. See, yeah, I don't remember this thing being that tough. Okay, so let me just see how much Ryuji does with Rising Slash. Given how much I love it on Yusuke. Quite a lot, actually. Okay, possibly even more if I Tarukaja myself first.
There we go.
Okay, not going next. Still debuffed. Let's see, Vajra Blast, Sledgehammer. I want to see how much Kill Rush will do. That's a cool animation, but it only hit once. Yeah, those multi-hit skills can be annoying in that regard. Are you vulnerable to sleep? You are, okay then. But that's why I don't remember you being a huge threat. Okay, unfortunately, you are down, which means I can't get the Baton Pass bonus against you.
Prepare yourself.
So much Rampage does. It's gone, yeah. Again, really, like, I have never had trouble with that Will Seed Guardian. Considering how incredibly difficult the second Will Seed Guardian is, that one is a massive joke by comparison. Like, Arahabaki was an insane pain, but that thing is just not... really not that strong. There really isn't much, like, documentation online of what that thing's moveset actually
stolen
is.
From so many people. Now we're taking his will seeds. I suppose it's karma.
Great line. But yeah, there isn't much documentation online about that thing's moveset at all, and honestly, like, I feel like, I don't know, I don't even really care. Yeah. I'm sorry, it feels bad whenever I do things like that, though, because, like, this is just something that I'll just sort of say. I feel like there's little that makes me hate myself more than doing badly at an aspect of a game that the internet says is easy. Like when people say, oh, this is easy, then you have to be a freaking casual to be bad at this. Like, it's happened to me with a few games before, and it does really hurt, so I hope I'm not doing that to anyone when I describe this mini-boss as being kind of easy, but yeah, I don't really find it that bad, personally. So okay, we have a new will set accessory. That would be the Crystal of Gluttony. This one gives Maraku Kaja. What's Makoto got right now? Okay, she has Ida-ten's belts. I am probably not going to bring Yusuke to the boss fight of this dungeon, so who usually has... Oh yeah, that's the thing. So honestly, I often like giving this to Morgana, because it gives Morgana an extra thing to do besides healing. It's probably technically better on Makoto, but Makoto does, you know, like, Makoto doesn't need an item to be better, while Morgana kind of does, so I'd rather give it to him. And yeah, Ann's already got Tarunda and possibly healing and sleep, so she has more to do besides fire damage, so doesn't really have a whole lot of time to spend on buffing. Whereas Morgana, he's really just healing. If the enemy isn't weak to wind, he's really just healing, and then he doesn't really have much else to do. So yeah, I quite like that on him. Of course, we can eventually upgrade it to the Ring of Gluttony for an even better benefit, but we'll be seeing that the next time we go to Mementos. And speaking of things we'll be seeing, I now have to go and show off all of the guard conversations.
Mr. Kaneshiro's such a worrywart. Can't blame him. No intruder could have made it this far in. Can't let anyone through here. As long as I'm here, no intruder will ever get past me. I'll never let anyone through here. Never. I love the sense of cash. I can smell those fat stacks forever. Wish to pass, you'll have to defeat me.
Don't come back!
Okay.
Huh, another alarm. Interesting, okay then. That guy just got caught on that bar there and exploded.
You okay with this?
I'll have to buy back a Temperance Persona for this, but it seems like this is kind of one of the better uses I can make of this.
Expect a mod. Well.
And this at least means that I've recruited everything available in this palace except for Take Minakata. Well, I have Rakunda and other things, why not? Okay, that is extremely good. That makes up for the bad luck I had with the earlier skill changes. Mataru Kaja this early is ridiculous. Oh, that's even before the Strength Confidant buffs you. Strong against physical, null gun. It's pretty similar to Kinky, honestly. Oh, I don't need Wind Wall. And next is Mind Slice, chance of Confuse. Yeah, I'll just get the cheap Temperance.
I will require the take it then. This will become an even more powerful accessory.
Oh, actually, I'll have to sacrifice some money to buy a Regent back, but Regent R as an accessory, very good. +5 strength, which is doubled due to the bug, and Auto Tarukaja. Yeah, I'll take that.
Ah, now you shall be reborn.
So if you say I want to go back during an alarm, yeah, they will say, yeah, are you sure? The alarm will stop if you leave, but I'm going to do that. But with that, we should be pretty much done here, so I'm going to be showing the whole exploration rundown, which is going to be pretty long.
What do you want to do?
and then I'll be back to the real world for sending the calling card. Yep, there we go, that's fun. Yeah, it is kind of interesting how they list these in the order you're expected to do them in, not the order you actually did them in. So, Stole the Third Will Seed comes before Unlock the Fourth Lock and Secure a Route to the Treasure, even though I did those in the reverse order. But anyway...
Yes!
Okay.
See you all next time.